let me introduce Apeshu, sorry, sorry, and Maria, got that right.
We want to start off by looking at photography as a witness, as being present to record events, and whether or not one survives when that episode is over. But the kind of work that creates images that you can look back on 30, 40, 50 years later and try to see yourself or see it as contributing to where you are. So we're handing over now to Maria so she can enlighten us all.
You know, photography by its very nature, and the documentary photography that we both do, is by its nature witnessing. And I thought, well, what one example could I give that would really illustrate this? And I thought that I would use my work with Etienne Charles to demonstrate how I do this. So I really actually do, I see that there are two parts of my work with artists in witnessing. One is to witness process, creative process, and the other is to witness performance, the outcome of all of that creativity. And so I thought I'd share with you a few images of a very recent project. Some of you may know he had the world premiere of a new compositional opus, is the only way I could put it, called Carnival, the Sound of a People. And the way that this worked with Etienne and myself was that I worked with him on it from day one to go through the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago, because we went and also worked with the Tambourine Band in Tobago, because Etienne undertook this in-depth research into the roots of the music part of our carnival culture. And I start off with this image as a great way to introduce this topic, because you see here Ronald Alfred you would see him at carnival time dressed as a jab. And you have two other people very important in this photo, Etienne, of course, and then you have on the left of the photo, Robin Foster, who did all of the field recordings for this project. To the right of Etienne there is Sean Edgell, who did some of the filmmaking with me, and then I did both filmmaking and photos. So this is an image of process. And in this project, this was the outcome. I don't think it ever happened, I could stand corrected, in the history of our music, that a musician incorporated the sound of whips. And of course, all of the symbolism that the whip in jab represents in terms of slavery in music, to actually incorporate it into the music. And here it is on the stage at Queen's Hall. And it was quite a feat just to achieve that and to have it as part of the music. So another example here, I chose this because this is one of our great calendar singers, calendar chantwells. Terry Cooper, better known in his world as Gary, who has given up actually singing calendar songs because now he's a pastor in a church and he's moved away from singing calendar. But next to him is Keegan Taylor, who wrote Bus Head for Marshall. And so in terms of documentation, in this project, I thought I would share this photo with you. And this was part of the research, was recording all the traditional calendars. Then I see my friend here, Oba, and I'm so glad I could share this photo because Oba was here the night of this photo. And this was Laventil rhythm section. Of course, necessary part of studying the music of Carnival is studying the rhythm and the quintessential rhythm section of Trinidad and Tobago, Laventil rhythm section. And in documentary photography, important to show that he was there on location. You can actually see the street, Old St. Joseph Road is in the background. Okay? And then, even though I'm doing these process pictures, I take the opportunity for myself to do creative photographs like this, to show the beauty of the actual playing. And then, this is Etienne under the streetlights in Claxton Bay, recording Tambu Bamboo, and it was the most electrifying experience. And that night he came to me, he was so overcome that this really was like an out-of-body experience for him to record this Tambu Bamboo band that was captured here. And this is under the streetlight, the Toby family in Claxton Bay. And here we have the family there again. And just to show you the kind of things that you get to document when you're on location. And I just wanted to end this section by saying, I said the documentation of process for me is very important. And in this photograph, I wanted to just show you the documentation of performance, of witnessing the performance of an artist. And this was Dave Williams at Queen's Hall. And this was one of those moments, I was in the wings, and the actual audience couldn't see this because Dave's back was to the audience and he was looking at a mirror. And for me, it presented this extraordinary opportunity from the wings to capture this magical moment of Dave in performance and the beauty of his performance, shot from the wings. So these are just a few examples to indicate to you, for me, that act of witnessing the work of artists and how important it is to my work.